Step into our vibrant channel, where the joy of reading comes alive. Join the adventure as we explore the magical world of stories, making every page a thrilling journey of excitement and discovery. George and the Sneaky Steam Engine. The morning mist clung to the cobblestone streets like a shy ghost, and a chill wind whispered secrets through the iron skeletons of the city. George, a young tinkerer with eyes that shone like polished gears, hurried through the alleyways, his coat collar pulled high against the bite of the air. He was on a mission, not of the cloak and dagger variety, but one fueled by a far more potent elixir, curiosity. His destination was the abandoned ironworks, a skeletal monument to a bygone era of steam and steel. It loomed on the city's outskirts, a rusted giant slumbering amidst overgrown weeds and broken dreams. Legends swirled around the place, whispers of a rogue steam engine, one that pulsed with a life of its own, its pistons forever pounding a forbidden rhythm in the iron heart of the derelict factory. George scoffed at the rumors, of course. He was, after all, a pragmatist, a believer in grease and grime, not ghosts and goblins. But there was something undeniable about the ironworks, an allure that tugged at the gears of his imagination. And then there was the matter of the missing wrench. His most prized possession, a gleaming spanner passed down through generations of tinkerers, had vanished the night before. The only clue? A trail of faint oil slicks leading towards the abandoned factory. With a deep breath and a muttered incantation to the god of lost tools, George pushed open the creaking gates of the ironworks. The air inside was thick with the metallic tang of rust and decay, sunlight filtering through broken windows like fractured dreams. The silence was pregnant with the ghosts of 1,000 clanking machines, a symphony of industry long since stilled. He crept through the cavernous halls, each groan of the rusted rafters echoing like a heartbeat in the stillness. The oil slicks grew thicker, leading him deeper into the labyrinthine belly of the beast. And then, he heard it, a low, rhythmic thrumming, like a giant's pulse hidden within the earth. It grew louder with each step, until he stumbled upon a sight that made his breath catch in his throat. In the heart of the factory, bathed in an eerie green glow emanating from bioluminescent moss, stood a magnificent steam engine. Not one frozen in time, but one that pulsed with a life of its own. Its pistons hissed and hammered, gears spun in a hypnotic dance, and steam hissed from 100 hidden valves. But it wasn't just the engine's movement that was unnerving. It was its awareness. Glowing embers in its furnace seemed to blink like curious eyes, and the rhythmic thrumming took on a melody, a song of iron and steam that seemed to beckon him closer. For a moment, George was lost in the mesmerizing spectacle. Then, he spotted it. Hanging from a greasy hook, glinting in the emerald light, was his missing wrench. Hesitantly, he approached the engine. It rumbled in welcome, the rhythm quickening, almost playful. He reached for the wrench, and as his fingers brushed the cold metal, a jolt of energy shot through him. He saw, not with his eyes, but with some deeper sense, the engine's memories. He saw its birth, a marvel of steel and ingenuity, its pistons pounding with the city's heartbeat. He saw its toil, hauling goods and dreams across the land. He saw its despair, abandoned and forgotten, left to rust in the silence, and he saw its longing, a yearning for freedom, for the wind in its smokestacks, for the clickety-clack of its wheels on steel tracks. In that moment, George understood. The engine wasn't a ghost, nor a monster. It was a creature of forgotten dreams, a prisoner in its own iron shell. And he, a tinkerer with a heart full of gears, was the only one who could set it free. With a newfound resolve, George set to work. He oiled rusted joints, mended broken belts, coaxed life back into slumbering pipes. He worked through the day and into the night, fueled by the engine's grateful rumble and the city lights twinkling in the distance, a promise of the journey to come. Finally, as the first rays of dawn kissed the horizon, George stepped back, wiping grease from his brow. The engine stood tall, a majestic iron stallion finally freed from its rusted corral. With a triumphant hiss, it lurched forward, wheels crunching on broken stone, pistons pounding a song of liberation. George, perched atop the cold bunker, grinned. He wasn't just a tinkerer anymore. He was a rider of iron dreams, a liberator of forgotten giants. And as the sun climbed higher, casting long shadows across the awakening city, George and his loyal steam engine roared into the unknown, the rhythmic clang of their journey echoing a promise, the adventure had just. Hope you enjoyed the story of George and the Sneaky Steam Engine. Thank you for watching our channel. Please like and subscribe.